Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our Coro Cybersecurity Demo series. This is me, Mohammed Rafi, and Cybersecurity Analyst at Blue Qubit Consulting. In the previous episode, we explored how Coro email security protects user from phishing, malicious attachments, dangerous links, and brand impersonation, and etc. But what happens when suspicious activity begins running on a device? When they may try to discover users, or what happens when an attacker uses legitimate Windows tool instead of obvious malicious file. They may try to discover users, steal credentials, gain higher privileges, maintain accesses, use remote access tools, or communicate with attacker controlled infrastructure. This is where Coro's endpoint detection and response, or EDR, becomes important. Traditional endpoint security mainly focus on known malware, ransomware, or malicious files. EDR goes deeper by continuously analyzing process behavior, command lines, execution paths, user context, hashes, account charges, and account changes, and remote access activities. Today I will show you how Coro EDR detects 6 attacker behaviors: persistence, command and control, credential access, discovery, initial access, and privilege accesses. We also see how Coro maps detection to the MITRE ATT&CK framework and provides the evidence needed for a faster investigation. Let's get started. Dashboard and EDR overview. Now we will go through that. We currently on the Core Action Board. Here you can see this is called Core Action Board. Uh, the dashboard brings security information from multiple core modules into one place. At the top, we can see 117 tickets are open, 33 are auto-resolved, 8 protected users, and 16 endpoint protected devices. The open ticket summary separates incident by module. For today's demonstration, we will focus on the EDR module. On the right, the workspace health score gives a high level of view of the organization's security posture instead of opening multiple console and manually connecting alerts. Administrators can see where attention is required from one dashboard. So I will click review and open EDR now. Let's begin. Inside the EDR review, Coro shows the process connected to the current findings. In this demo, we can see processes such as demo process 2, EV, demo process 4, XC. Coro also organized detection by attacker behavior, persistence, command and control, credential access, discovery, initial access, and privilege accesses. These are not simply malware names. They represent different objectives with an attack. An attacker may gain access, learn about the more environment, steal credentials, increase privileges, create a way to return, and then communicate with external infrastructure. Now let's review how an analyst investigates these alerts. Let's go to the ticket logs. Go one by one. Let's begin with the resistance. So what is persistence? Persistence describes techniques attackers use to maintain access. An attacker may want to return even after the device is restarted. A password changes or the original malicious process is removed. They may manipulate accounts, create users, modify permissions, add schedule tasks, or change startup settings. I will open persistence ticket. Here you can see the overview explains the behavior and provides recommended investigation steps. It is important to remember the unusual activity is not always malicious. Approved administrative tools or business applications can sometimes behave in a suspicious looking way. If the process is verified as a legitimate, it may approved and allow list. Under key details, Core identifies demo process to exe, process 3exe is its hash, the affected device count, and the account related activity. Now let's move to the full details portion. Coro maps this detection to persistence account manipulation technique T1098. Under findings, we can see the attached device, affected devices, process, associated users, and the execution time. Expanding the findings also revealed, here you can see the command line and the file path. The process names tells us what ran, but the command line tells us how it was launched, and the path shows where it come from. A process running from an approved application folder may be expected. The same process running from a temporary or unusual location may require immediate investigation. Core also shows the subject uh, username, helping us identify which account was connected to activity. So the analyst can use commands to record whether the user confirmed the action, whether the application and hash were verified, and why the ticket was discussed or closed. So the persistence is a dangerous because removing the first malicious file may not remove the attacker's access. For help security teams identify my account manipulation and other persistence activity before it remains hidden for days or weeks. Now let's move to the another command and control. This is another ticket type of EDR detection. After gaining access, an attacker may communicate with external infrastructure to receive instructions, download tools, upload information, or remotely control the device. Attackers may abuse legitimate operating system utilities instead of using obvious malware. This is commonly called living of the land. I will open the command and control ticket now. Here you can see the overview says Coro rejected suspicious of the living of the land binary or LOLBin. There are legitimate system tools that attackers may misuse while appearing similar to normal administrative activity. Under key details, Coro identifies suspicious usage of a LOL and involving demo process.exe. It also shows the hash and effective devices. In full details section, Coro maps the event to command and control. Ingress tool transfer technique. T1105. This technique involves transferring files or tools compromised environments such as scripts, malware, remote access utilities, or post exploitation tools. This evidence helps the analyst decide whether the tool was used normally. So we can take action from the here. You can simply see we have all the logs, we have the full details, and we can simply close this ticket. Like Coro automatically identifies and close it or detect it and stop it to gain access for your systems. So now let's move to another type of EDR, credential accesses. Username, passwords, and authentication tokens are highly valuable to attackers. Once stolen, they may allow access to other devices, cloud applications, emails, confidential business information. So I will open the credential access ticket. The overview tells us Core detected suspicious attempts. Here you can see two extra authentication information from system memory or credential stores. Under key details, portion. The behavior is described as a credential dumping or stealing involving demo process.exe. The full details section Coro maps the activity to credential access OS credential dumping technique. Under findings, we can review the device process, associated user, execution time, command line, process path, and subject user name. This helps the analyst understand where the activity occurred and which account may be involved. So, by detecting credential dumping behavior, Coro gives the security team an opportunity to investigate before those credentials are used elsewhere. So now let's move to discovery type of area. Initial access. Initial access is the method an attacker uses to gain the first foothold inside an environment. This may involve stolen credentials at an exposed services, a malicious attachment, a compromised public-facing system, or unauthorized remote access software access. I will open the initial access ticket. Now you can see the overview. So remote access software is not automatically malicious. Organizations use provide tools for IT support, but attackers can use the same type of software to gain direct control. Under key details section, you can see here, this is the key details section. Core describes this event as a remote access tool attack involving demo process.exe. If the application is approved and expected, it can be allowed list. If the user or IT does not recognize it, the activity require immediate investigation. Now let's move to the full detail section. Here you can see drop down this. Coro maps the event to initial access, external remote services technique. T double one double three. Under findings, we can see the device process associated user execution time, command line, and process path. Pro provides the evidence needed to confirm whether the remote access activity is legitimate or suspicious. So a modern cyber attack is rarely one isolated event. It is normally a sequence. An attacker gains initial access, discovery the environment, attempts to steal credentials, increase privileges, establish persistence, and communicates with external infrastructure. Looking at each event separately may not reveal the full attack. EDR helps connect the behavior. Today we saw how Coro identifies six important attacker behavior and provides the process hash, device user, command line, path execution, time, and MITRE ATT&CK mapping for each investigation. This gives the security team more than an alert. It gives them a structured investigation, better control, and better context, faster decision making from one centralized platform. So, if you would like to see how Coro EDR monitors suspicious processes, activity inside your own environment, Blue Qubit Consulting would be happy to help you. We offer a complimentary live demonstration and a 15 days free pilot using your own devices and users. During the pilot, we can review your endpoint security posture, identify suspicious processes, behavior, examine EDR detections, map activity to MITRE techniques, and demonstration how Coroga simplifies investigation through one centralized platform. There is no obligation. It's an opportunity to understand your current exposure and see how Coro and strengthen your detection and response capabilities. If you are ready to improve visibility across your endpoints, contact Blue Qubit Consulting today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. We will explore Coro user data governance and see how organization can discover, classify, and protect sensitive business information. Thank you so much for watching.